Generally, I use like vintage fabric for the background. So this was from an old skirt. And then the animals are usually like a new piece of like a felted wool. And then I use needle felting to put the eyes and the accents on. This is wool roving. It's 100% wool. And the needle that I use has like a lot of little barbs on it. I don't know if you can see the little barbs. The little barbs on there agitate the wool. So if you're working with natural fibers like wool or silk, it comes through on the back a little bit. And it just felts this wool to this wool. So when my son was little, he always carried around a blanket and a teddy bear, and that little bear was always getting lost. So when I was thinking about stuff that I wanted to make, I was thinking, oh, maybe, you know, other parents have this trouble too. And I wanted to make something where they were like attached together, but not attached together. So the little bunny actually comes out. And it's just the little jacket that's attached on there. It's kind of significant to where I grew up in Saskatchewan, because in Saskatchewan, we call like little hooded jackets, we call them bunny hugs. So it all just kind of went together like a little bunny hug jacket that holds a little bunny, nice and secure. And I did like, this is New Brunswick plaid, but I did Prince Edward Island and Nova Scotia, Cape Breton. A lot of people, when they're kids go to Alberta to work, or, you know, they leave the Maritimes and then they have children. I've got a lot of grandmothers that send like plaid blankets to them, and they find it, I don't know, kind of a little part of the Maritimes coming to them. So I do like circles, and I like how you can make the circles look like something. Well, in my mind, it looks like something. This is called chrysanthemum. Do a lot of this with, these are not my favorite scissors. I think I might need to go get my favorite ones. Everybody knows there's only like one rule in the house, and it's like, don't touch mom's scissors. Like, don't cut, you know, no, they're not for paper. I just like keep collecting buttons. Like, this is a small jar. I've got others. Yeah. I mean, if you hoard fabric, you're going to hoard buttons too, I guess. I'm not sure. And old tins. A lot of us that sew like old tins. This is an old tin that was my grandfather's that he always kept his candies in. And this is what I got after he passed away, was his like little tin. Anything's possible. When I think about it, anything's possible. I think that, you know, with this, and it doesn't happen overnight. I can feel it, like, you know, changing, like always changing. It takes, if it's going to be authentic, I think, to yourself, it takes years. I don't know, maybe some people can do it right away, but people tell me that at some point I would need to get a real job. Yeah, I started off really slow, but anything's possible. You choose your own adventure. So this is when thrifting gets out of hand, or, you know, collecting. If I see it in the store and it gets my mind turning, or I just like the colors or the texture or anything, I'll just buy that and I'll bring it home and I'll put it in a bucket. And then I'll design like a pattern, and then I'll sit down and I'll start going through my buckets and throwing everything out. And finding colors that go together and textures and everything. And that's pretty much how I work. So if you're if you work with fabric, we all hoard fabric. You can see some of the buckets coming out of this closet. I have another closet in the hallway that most people would use for their towels and linens. That's all fabric.